Here's Paddy's latest offer. It's 2 up, you win. For all Premier League and La Liga matches, we'll pay out immediately if the team you back goes 2 goals up. Not available in shops. T&C supply. 18 plus. Gambleware.co.uk.
Hi there, it's Bruce Millington, Dan Childs, Mark Langdon and Paddy Power's Adrian Cook, and we are looking ahead to 3 Premier League live games on Sunday, kicking off at 12 o'clock with Southampton versus Leicester. Leicester have failed to win their last 12 away games, so presumably Adrian Cook, Paddy Power fairly short about the Saints.
Yeah, they're 10 to 11 to win it, 23 to 10 to draw, and Leicester 7-2 at the moment.
I must admit, if I'm going to miss one of these 3, it's going to be this one. I don't think it's going to be that good. What do you think, Dan?
I don't think it'll be a wonderful game. I think Southampton are the likely winners, and I think 10 to 11's a fair price. I think the Southampton, I keep saying it, but they are in a false position in the league. I think they got had a tough time with the Europa League fixtures earlier in the season. Then the Christmas fixtures, they were absolutely done over, weren't they, with the 3 games in 6 days. So I just think they've had a lot against them, and you've got to pick and choose your games with them, like you were saying about Everton trying to get them right. With Southampton, when they get close to their first team ready, I mean, the Liverpool game in the Cup, for example, when they won 1-0, they could have won 2 or 3 as well.
That's a factor here as well, Dan, isn't it? When's the second leg?
It is,
Wednesday?
But he rested a lot of players for the game last night against Norwich. So with their league position, I don't think he can afford at the moment to be taking the Premier League, not totally seriously.
Why? They can't qualify for Europe and they can't go down.
Well, they can go down. It's not impossible. Leicester, who everybody is saying that are in danger, only 3 points behind Southampton.
Okay, fair enough.
Have dropped too close to be totally comfortable. So
it's a sort of relegation 3-pointer there,
yeah,
isn't it?
I just think you've got to be careful. If a couple of these teams, I mean, they don't look like it at the moment, but if often teams near the bottom, they do put runs together near the end of the season. If that happens, those teams just above, that include Southampton at the moment, are going to be pulled into trouble. Okay. So they've got to be careful. And
what's the match result going to be then, Daniel?
I think Southampton 2-0, something along those lines.
But the bet is just Southampton
10 to 11. Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah, I'm going to go to draw. I'm just a bit wary of backing Southampton with this game coming up on Wednesday. I mean, he has really shuffled the pack a lot. If the first team's out there, then maybe you can sort of back them on the day. But I mean, I don't want to be second guessing. I don't want to see like McQueen and players like that. It could turn out to be.
It's got to be about 70 now. Gordon McQueen.
Yeah, they've got. I mean, they've got this rich academy that just seems to continually churn out talent. But if 4 or 5 of them are back in the team again, I don't want to be on them against a Leicester team that I thought were slightly unlucky. I didn't really see that 3-0 coming against Chelsea. They conceded early, and then I thought they were well in the game, conceded another one, and then it's all over. They've only got 3 points away from home now. I'm not sure they've got enough without Morris to actually win the game. I'm expecting them to play very defensive like they did at Middlesbrough when they got the 0-0. And I think that Southampton may just have a problem breaking them down. So I'll go for a low-scoring draw.
Are you going to watch this one, Dan? Or are you going to
I might well watch it.
Some TV
I might be back in Southampton, so I could watch it.
Okay, fair enough. Where do you stand with Amy on TV watch? She's good as gold with that, is she?
No, not exactly. It's a bit of a tug of war, really, to be honest, between Holby City and football matches.
Well, you presumably got more than one television set in the house.
Yeah, but the other one's upstairs where Joseph will be asleep. So
blimey, O'Reilly, you need to have a look at that one. Mark, what about you? Will you be watching this one?
Probably not. Well, I may have to, I suppose, for work-related reasons, but
chestnut.
If there's I'm struggling to remember what I think it might be Juventus versus Lazio, the early kickoff in Italy. I mean, if that is if that's right, then
you'll have a flick up.
There's no chance I'll be watching Southampton v Leicester if it's Juve v Lazio.
Adrian, what do you think will happen when Southampton and Leicester lock horns?
I think Southampton probably have it. Leicester are missing Mahrez. That is their best player. So the 10 to 11 for Southampton probably does look your best bet there. Again, it's dependent on the team they put out, though, how much they rest.
Sure is. 2:15 Arsenal v Burnley. How short are Arsenal?
Arsenal at the moment are 2 to 9. 2 to 11. Burnley are 16 to 1, and then the draw is 6 to 1.
I was about to say 2 to 9 sounds short, and then you flicked it up to 2 to 11. That sounds absolutely ridiculous. No, thank you. I mean, Burnley lost at 8 of their last 9 away, but a football pitch is a football pitch, as far as I'm concerned. I couldn't touch Arsenal. Could you, Dan?
Not on obviously on the match result price. I mean, you'd have to have deep pockets, but I just think Burnley is so. The way they play, they don't keep the ball well enough to be effective away from home, and that's the reason that they've got 1 point away from home. They've scored 3 goals away from home. It's They just look. Well, I mean, you look at the goals they scored. Southampton away, the game was over 3-0, and then they nicked one. Late on. Man City, they're playing against 10 men most of the game. So I just don't see how they're going to be effective away from home against one of the top teams. So Arsenal, I can't see them conceding. They got 3 clean sheets in the last 4 Premier League games. So I look at the Arsenal win to 0, 5-6. Looks a good price.
Mark?
Yeah, that Juventus-Lazio game is half 11, so there's no chance I want to watch Southampton v Leicester. I was looking at Arsenal 2-0, 3-0 in this game. I think Sean Dyche probably would kind of take a 2-0. I don't expect them to go chase it. If they're 2-0 down, I don't see him sort of going out there and trying to get one back and maybe ending up in a 4-5. If you have a look at 6 of their 9 away games, Burnley have conceded 2 or 3 goals. I don't really see where they're going to get a goal from. Arsenal, very routine victories. It's not the most super of Super Sundays, is it really?
Not really, but if these tips win, it'll be pretty good. What price are Arsenal to win to 0? What price are they to win 2-0 and 3-0, please, Adrian Croak?
So to win to 0, they're 5-6. To win 2-0, they're 5-1, and to win 3-0, they're 6-1.
Okay, and what do you think will happen here, Adrian?
I'm going with that win to 0 price of 5-6.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad, does it? Okay, and then another one here. I suppose there will be a bit of a treble, won't there? Southampton, Arsenal and Chelsea, Adrian, because Chelsea at 4:30 receive Hull. Hull have lost their last 8 away games, so they're in even worse away form than Burnley. We know what Chelsea are doing. They won 14 of the last 15. So if Arsenal are 2-11, I'm thinking that Chelsea are 1-6 here.
They're actually the same price here, 2-11, 6-1, 16-1 again.
All right. Dan, what do you reckon?
I think it just looks again like a bit of routine Chelsea win. Hull have looked. I actually thought they were playing okay before they sacked Phelan, unusually, but playing better than they were earlier this season, but not getting the results. And they have picked up. They're playing quite well under Marco Silva as well. They got the 3-1 against Bournemouth in the last match. I just feel that their away form again, similar to Burnley, is just so poor. 8 away defeats in a row in the Premier League, and this is their toughest away game of the season. Will Costa play or not? I mean, he's available now, isn't he?
He will, won't he? They'll want to put that to bed quickly, won't they?
Whether he's going to, or will he, for the rest of the squad, there's somebody's going to be fed up if they're left out. Will he say, this is your lesson, you're not playing this week, but you will next time? Who knows? But either way, they played really well without him, didn't they, at Leicester as well, Chelsea? And I just think trying to get a bet on it. I mean, Mark mentioned about the wing-backs for Spurs playing high up, Kyle Walker and Danny Rose and being value. I'm looking at a similar angle with Chelsea. I mean, Alonso got 2 of the goals, didn't he, at Leicester. Got scored against Everton in the game at home as well. Looks quite composed when he gets into those areas. And he's 14-1 to score the first goal. Marcos Alonso here, probably playing higher up the pitch than ever in his career before, in the position he is. Victor Moses on the other side, he's 15-2 again, playing more like
a
winger. No, 14-1 to score the first goal, which
for Alonso.
For Alonso,
yeah. Is Victor Moses 15-2 first goal? 15-2
first goal. But so I mean that I'm explaining that really that he's double the price of Moses. They've both scored 3 goals this season. Both got, in my mind, a similar chance of scoring. So the Alonso price is the one to go.
Okay, yeah, you make a good case for that. I shall definitely. Every postcast we ever do, I always end up having loads of bets, and one of the ones I'll definitely do is that one, and also, Mark, your wing-backs against City
this
sound
Alonso
decent.
one's a very, very sore subject because when Costa didn't play for the first time this season, I put Alonso up in the Racing Post to score first and any time when they played against Bournemouth, because I felt like the wing-backs would have to play higher up the pitch, to compensate for the fact that Costa wasn't playing. And I forgot to do it on last week when Costa wasn't playing, and then it was only when Alonso scored that I'd suddenly remembered what I'd done the last time. But never mind. I'm going to go for Chelsea to win to 0 here, Bruce. I mean, you mentioned the run they're on, the 14 wins in 15 since they went to the 3-4-3 formation, or whatever variant of it you'd like to call it. Of those 15 matches, 11 have been 1-0. You look at the ones that weren't. Obviously, there was 2 against Tottenham, 1 against Manchester City, and 1 against Stoke. So outside of the elite teams, only Stoke have scored against them since they went to the 3 at the back in the Premier League. Hull have played 7 games in all competitions against the top 6. They've lost 5 of those to 0. The 2 that they didn't, there was the set-piece goal against Liverpool and a late consolation penalty at home to Arsenal. Again, a bit like Sean Dyche, I think Hull maybe just want to come out of there with a 2-0 and then move on to sort of matches that are going to dictate their season far more than this one will.
Well, it's 5-6 Arsenal to win to 0. What price are Chelsea to win to 0?
8-11 here for Chelsea.
8-11, okay. So you've just modified that, given that Chelsea is so prolific at that. But it still sounds a decent enough price. In actual fact, it doesn't sound like a bad double, that, does it? Arsenal and Chelsea both to win to 0. Okay, Adrian, you can give us the final tip of what is hopefully an absolute brimming pot of winners this week. And what do you think?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe Costa doesn't start this week, and you might take a punt at Eden Hazard for the first goal scorer. Then if he's starting through the middle, you can get him here 3-1.
3-1, jolly good. Okay, chaps. Weekend plans, Dan?
No,
You're not going down to Dean Court, I'd see the Orns?
No. It's such a small stadium that there's
Can't
very
get
few away tickets. So no, just with the family. Yeah.
Okay, jolly good. And the Rabbit's not well, no?
The Rabbit's struggling. He's at the vet at the moment, but hoping he might pull through. So, yeah.
Fingers crossed for the Rabbit.
Do you know what the Rabbit's called, Bruce?
I don't know.
He's 10 years old, so that's thinking about Spurs' best player around about 10 years ago.
Oh, blimey. Jermaine.
No, not far off. Burbs.
Burbs,
yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Good grief. So presumably if you get another one to cheer Joseph up, it'd be called Harry, will he, or Deli?
More likely, yeah.
Oh, wow. Mark, do you have pets?
No.
You're not remotely interested, are you?
Can't stand animals. No.
Can't you?
No, not really.
So you don't like animals, music, film, or vegetables?
Yeah, no, salad. I think salad's probably the most overrated of all of them, actually. I mean, I just don't see the point of it.
Right.
Well, in a sandwich, it just spreads all over the nice stuff.
I agree with you on cucumber-wise. I mean, I just don't get cucumber at all. What are you doing the weekend?
No, I'm working. I've just come back off a 3-day mini break, so I'm paying for it at the other end of the week. Yeah.
Are you sports editor Langdon either day?
No, not this. No.
Okay, fair enough. And Adrian, what does the weekend hold for you, my friend?
That will be work.
Work both days?
Of course.
Do you get a lieu day off in the week?
Yeah, so I would have been off yesterday. You get a day off.
How do you like that midweek day off? Because it's quite nice in a way, isn't it? There's a bit of sort of schadenfreude where everyone else is working, but you're off. But then all your mates are working, aren't they? So there's not a lot you can do. What did you do yesterday on your day off?
Yesterday, it's kind of a bit of life admin, go do the shopping, see the dentist.
Oh,
not too exciting.
You've
no one to hang out with.
Not a big advert for midweek days off, that is it? Okay, well, it says here, join us next week for another football postcast when we'll be looking at the 4th round of the FA Cup. But given that we want people to listen to this, perhaps we better not mention the FA Cup. It has been an absolute stinker. There wasn't a single decent 3rd round time. The draw for the 4th round's even worse.
Yeah.
I guess we've just got to hope all the big guns get through, haven't we? And that we get some decent action from the round of 16 onwards. Okay, thank you very much for listening or viewing. If you enjoyed us, do be sure to rate us on iTunes. Thanks very much. We'll see you next Thursday.
The Football Postcast in association with Paddy Power, the place to bet on football in play with a huge special every weekend.